engine from a refrigerated.
Welcome back to Green Technology, where smart engineering, homemade machines, old-school sawmills, and powerful wood processors turn raw timber into clean, usable material. Have you ever thought about building your own bandsaw? Picture a solid homemade design, built with safety in mind and only a little vibration to deal with. No big problem. Tilt the table, make a few small adjustments, and suddenly you are cutting like someone who has been doing it for years. Sometimes a minor tweak makes a major difference, especially when you are trying to upgrade your woodworking setup. This 5-ton Garden Master splitter mixes raw mechanical force with smart engineering. The hydraulic pressure stays steady, giving every split a clean and controlled finish. Splitting by hand can be a grind, but this machine delivers consistent results with almost no effort. For anyone handling firewood regularly, that is a serious upgrade. This homemade log splitter is compact, mobile, and surprisingly slick. It has power, it has movement, and it clearly works. But look closely and you can see the downside. It throws out a huge amount of wood chips. That is a lot of wasted material. So the real question is simple: is the speed worth the loss? The HC6100 does not ask for permission. It drives straight through thick, stubborn logs with steady force and controlled movement. No wasted motion, no hard swinging, no fighting the wood by hand. Just clean splitting from a machine built to do the difficult part for you. If you have ever battled with firewood, this is the kind of tool that makes you rethink the whole job. If speed and consistency are what you want, a high-speed splitter is your best friend. The cuts come out clean, the pace is intense, and the workflow barely slows down. This is built for people who want professional efficiency without compromise. It is not just a tool, it is productivity pushed to another level. The design of this saw is definitely impressive, but the motor seems a little small for the size of the blade. To unlock the full cutting potential, the power-to-blade ratio needs to be tuned properly. A stronger motor could be the key to making the setup perform the way it looks like it should. This sawmill setup, with a 4-kilowatt motor and a 700mm blade, looks solid. But if the thicker cuts start breaking or binding, the issue may be blade tension or alignment. Matching the feed speed to the density of the wood is critical. Check the flex, check the tracking, and make sure every adjustment is precise before pushing the machine harder. "5 years in, and this mechanical wood splitter is still running like it did on day one. No fancy upgrades, no overcomplicated system, just solid engineering, steady oil flow, and clean results. Every cut is honest, simple, and reliable. That is the kind of craftsmanship that proves itself over time." Have you ever thought about building a wood splitter for very little money? It is not just a dream. With a winch, some bolts, a simple frame, and a bit of effort, you can create a machine that does real work. You do not always need to spend big. Sometimes the smarter move is to build with what you already have and let simple tools create serious force. From rural homes to backyard firewood runs, this Gonzalez speed splitter turns hard labor into pure adrenaline. Fast cycle times, brutal hydraulic force, and steady control let it crush straight grain and stubborn knots with the same confidence. It is quick, aggressive, and built to dominate log after log. A chainsaw assisted by a safety bar like this is a real game changer. It locks the saw in place, stabilizes every cut, and keeps the operator's hands farther away from the danger zone while chewing through firewood nonstop. It is a simple upgrade, but it turns an ordinary chainsaw into a safer, faster, semi-professional processing setup. This dual-action splitter redefines efficiency by taking on massive 2 8-inch logs with relentless power. Unlike traditional splitters, its double wedge system increases output by cutting in both directions. It moves through wood like a machine with its own mind. Speed, precision, and brute force all come together to make firewood processing look almost effortless. bandsaw splitter turns winter preparation into pure efficiency. This rugged firewood machine delivers steady power, clean splits, and a non-stop workflow. Built for cold days and heavy logs, it cuts time, saves effort, and keeps the house warm without slowing the operator down. This old tractor paired with a buzz saw proves that simple machinery still gets the job done. Direct drive, steady power, and no-nonsense mechanics turn slab wood into firewood with classic reliability. It may not be the fastest setup in the world, but for small-scale work, it is proven efficiency. Designed for rugged post-war countryside work, the McConnell mobile saw bench is a masterclass in brute force efficiency. Its oversized circular blade, heavy steel frame, and stable feed table cut through thick logs with relentless precision. Machines like this earn trust on farms and logging operations where failure simply was not an option. In just 3 minutes, 25 logs are split with ease on the gurney splitter. Professional wood splitting is not just about force. When it is done well, it becomes clean, satisfying, and efficient. Every cycle looks controlled, every split has purpose, and the pile grows fast. Watching this firewood splitter work makes you appreciate intelligent design. It is simple, but everything flows smoothly. The machine almost feels like it is thinking ahead for the operator. It makes log splitting look less like a chore and more like a process you would actually want to try yourself. At first, this splitter looks almost too basic to take seriously. But then it starts working, and the doubt disappears quickly. What used to be a tiring job suddenly feels easy, even enjoyable. Its simple design packs real power, moves through logs fast, and for the price, it is hard to argue with the results.
Widowmaker wood splitter is raw power.
The Widowmaker wood splitter is raw power with very little forgiveness. Built from simple parts, it delivers brutal splitting force and chews through logs fast. But a machine like this demands respect. Stand clear, stay alert, and never treat it casually. This is efficiency sitting right on the edge of danger. This DIY firewood splitter is a strong example of ingenuity in action. Using a hydraulic press and scrap metal, it turns raw material into a capable log-splitting machine. The design is simple but effective, cutting through logs with ease and proving that smart ideas can deliver real results without expensive equipment. Powered by a roaring steam traction engine, this vintage sawmill turns rough logs into clean boards with hypnotic rhythm. Steel gears, belt drives, and precise blade control all work together to show what old-school engineering could achieve long before modern automation existed. Speed, accuracy, and mechanical beauty are all on display. They do not build them like this anymore. This old Frick circular sawmill may look simple, but it was built for serious work. Balanced flywheels, steady log carriage movement, and raw belt-driven torque make every cut smooth and controlled. Each log is handled with quiet confidence. Old-school power still has a place. Even with its age, this sawmill runs with impressive precision. Its large circular saw cuts through thick oak logs cleanly, turning them into straight, well-shaped boards. Despite being old, the machine remains a real wood processing powerhouse, handling difficult work with accuracy and strength. Have you ever wondered how something as simple as a cone could change firewood splitting? This homemade machine gives the answer. Watch it spiral through thick logs like a hot knife through butter, splitting wood with almost no struggle. It is not magic. It is clever engineering doing exactly what it was designed to do. Built from raw steel rails and pure ingenuity, this DIY wood splitter delivers serious force without draining the budget. Solid welds, simple mechanics, and smart design turn scrap material into a custom machine built for hard work every day. It is not polished, but it is practical, and that is what matters. The Sawmill wood splitter is an 8-way beast. One push, and dense logs like oak break apart into clean firewood. Strong construction, hydraulic power, and pure splitting satisfaction come together in every cycle. This is the kind of machine that makes volume work look easy. This is not just a machine. It is the result of 7 months of nonstop work, problem solving, and innovation. Built with care and precision, it combines old-school hydraulic systems with an Isuzu engine taken from a refrigerated truck. With 24 tons of pressure and plans to increase it to 34 tons, this homemade wood processor is not just powerful. It is a serious game changer. Let's be honest, splitting wood is hard work. Then a machine like the Woodcracker W1000 shows up, and suddenly the hard part feels manageable, durable, user-friendly, and powerful. It changes the experience completely. It feels less like switching tools and more like moving from a basic car into a sports machine. This wood chipper is not built for casual landscaping work. It is made for people who demand precision and power. The engine is not only about horsepower. What matters is how smoothly that power connects with the machine's design, making even difficult cuts look controlled. Whether the blade is being welded, sharpened, or tuned, this machine keeps evolving with every adjustment and continues proving its value over time. That is what green technology is all about. Machines that save effort, reduce waste, increase output, and turn difficult wood processing work into something faster, cleaner, and smarter. From homemade splitters and vintage sawmills to hydraulic processors and modern chippers, every setup shows a different way engineering can make timber work more efficient.